A very important question you need to honestly ask yourself. Why is it that every time you enter a relationship, whether it's friendship, love, or attachment, you end up with almost the same outcome, the same disappointment, the same emotional pain, and the same recurring feeling, I'm not enough? But let me tell you something from the beginning. It's not just luck, and it's not just people, and it's not random. The issue goes much deeper than that. It's connected to an internal pattern within you, your choices, your self-awareness, and the emotional gaps you're trying to fill through other people. Let's start from the core idea. Human beings don't enter relationships while being completely empty, but they do enter them with needs. The need for attention, love, appreciation, and a sense of value. The problem begins when these needs are not understood properly. Instead of consciously choosing someone and asking, is this person right for me? You start asking, how does this person make me feel? And that's where things become dangerous. Because now you are no longer choosing the person, you are choosing the feeling. And if that feeling is compensating for an internal void, you will cling to it even if everything in the relationship is telling you to walk away. Let's be even clearer. Many times you are not actually searching for real love. You are searching for temporary relief from an internal discomfort. If you feel lonely, the first person who enters your life becomes a refuge. If you feel unworthy, anyone who gives you attention becomes proof that you are accepted. But the problem is this: relationships that begin from need often end in pain because the other person is not responsible for healing your inner struggles, and you also cannot remain in a constant state of emotional dependence without the relationship being affected. There is something many people fail to understand: the difference between love and attachment. Attachment makes you say, I cannot live without you. Love makes you say, I can live without you, but I choose you. Attachment is filled with fear, fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of replacement. Love, on the other hand, carries peace, trust, and emotional stability. If you are constantly anxious, overthinking, analyzing every message, every delay, every behavior, this is not love. This is attachment built on emotional need. Let's ask a direct question. Why do you accept less than what you deserve? Why do you stay in relationships that clearly lack respect, emotional stability, or consistency? The answer is often not simple, but it usually comes down to one thing: you are not fully certain of your own value. Maybe you grew up in an environment where appreciation was limited. Maybe past experiences made you doubt yourself. Maybe you were conditioned to believe that love must be difficult and painful, so you started believing that comfort is not normal and that love must come with suffering to be real. But here is the truth: a healthy relationship is not supposed to feel like constant struggle. It should not make you feel like you are always proving yourself, chasing attention, or fearing loss. A healthy relationship gives you emotional stability. It does not make you question your worth every day, because real love is shown through actions, not uncertainty. Now let's talk about something very important: boundaries. Most people who get hurt in relationships are not only dealing with bad people, but also with a lack of boundaries. Every time you stay silent about something that bothered you, every time you ignore behavior just to keep things going, you are teaching the other person how to treat you. Over time, what once felt unacceptable becomes normal. Boundaries are not cruelty, they are self-respect. They are clarity about what you accept and what you don't. Another major factor is fear of loneliness. Many relationships continue not because they are right, but because they feel less painful than being alone. The idea of starting over feels exhausting, the idea of being alone feels scary, and the idea of searching again feels overwhelming. But ask yourself honestly, is being with someone who drains you really less painful than being alone? Because the truth is, a toxic relationship does not reduce loneliness, it deepens it. Think about this simple example. A person waits all day for a message. When it arrives, they feel happiness. When it delays, they feel anxiety. When it doesn't come, they feel emotional collapse. At this point, the relationship is no longer a source of stability, it becomes a source of emotional instability. And that happens when attachment outweighs awareness. So where is the solution? The solution is not simply finding a better person. The solution starts with understanding yourself first. What do you really need? What are your boundaries? Why do you enter relationships in the first place? Is it to share life, or to escape an internal emptiness? Because the difference between these two determines the entire direction of your emotional life. You also need to learn how to be comfortable with yourself. This does not mean isolation, but it means your emotional well-being should not depend entirely on someone else. Because when a person is not stable alone, they will turn every relationship into emotional dependency, and that leads to poor choices and emotional exhaustion. Always pay attention to actions, not words. Words are easy. Anyone can say what you want to hear, but actions reveal reality. A person who truly cares will show it through consistency, effort, and respect, not just promises. In the end, you must understand this. Not everyone you love is right for you, and not everyone who gives you attention deserves your presence. Your relationship choices are a reflection of how you see yourself. If your self-image is weak, you will accept less. If your self-awareness is strong, your choices will improve naturally. So if you want better relationships, don't start by changing people. Start by understanding yourself. And ask yourself one final question honestly. Am I entering this relationship out of real love, or out of fear of being alone? Because the answer to that question can determine the difference between a painful life and a truly stable one.